love, you're listening to the Died on Ashanta podcast. I'm a resilience strategist and migrant integration specialist who has spent the last 20 years traveling, working, and studying throughout the Caribbean, North America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. As a globetrotter, I quickly learned how to bounce back from crisis and how to thrive in new and strange places. I've used my training and experience to develop a resilience-based framework, and now I help others to get over the hurdles that come with living in a foreign country. Now on this podcast, I invite you to join me on this journey of living with simplicity, joy, and resiliency. From green smoothies to goal setting, we'll cover it all. We'll talk about all the things that help us to thrive through the storm. Welcome to the Died on Ashanta podcast. This is episode 19, and today we are talking about strength versus power. Now, you've probably heard the expression that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But today I want to suggest that what doesn't kill you makes you suffer. What doesn't kill you makes you struggle. And so you've probably taken a hint that I'm encouraging you not to lean into trying to be a stronger person, but into empowering yourself. And you're probably wondering, but is there really a difference between being strong versus being powerful? Well, it might be a subtle and often ignored difference, but today I want to share what that difference is with you. Now, let's start with some visuals. Think of a rock that you see has split open and a flower grows up in between the cracks. Or think of the majestic elephant, so strong and hardy, but yet a king cobra snake with one bite could kill that elephant. That is exactly what I'm referring to when I'm comparing strength, like in the case of the rock and the elephant, versus power in the case of the flower or blade of grass that comes up through concrete, or the king cobra, a very soft, if you've ever touched a snake, I've touched a few. They are delicate, soft, and one would think very weak animals, but they are powerful just because of what they have within them. And so if we begin to even look at the definitions beyond just these examples in nature, when something is strong, you're thinking about the ability to lift or resist heavy things. Think of any muscle person, and you think of them lifting big things, right? When you think of power, you're adding to this force speed. That's the ability to influence change or to impact or shift something very quickly. When someone is strong, they tend to endure, tolerate, withstand, be always fighting and forcing against things. But when someone is powerful, they possess authority. They have persuasion. They are effective in whatever they pursue. They are in control. They give directives to others. They are able to convince others to act on their behalf, to act in their interest. That is the big difference between strength and power. And so when we are in a world where, especially for women of African descent, we hear a lot about being a strong Black woman, and society wants to celebrate your ability to struggle and to endure hardship and to operate as an independent entity that never needs help, to be emotionally tough, to be tough-skinned and nothing ever bothers you. That is what allows people to suffer and struggle inside. So it might not kill you, but you're walking around broken, and your spiritual strength, that inner power that you need to be resilient and to bounce back from the adversities that you face in life, it dwindles and it fizzles away. But a powerful woman is not self sacrificing. She's resilient because she goes towards things that allow her to be soft, allow her to collaborate with others, allow her to move with ease, allow her to express her emotional competence. And when I speak of emotional competence, I'm talking about one's ability to be aware of your own feelings, of the feelings being expressed by others, and to act in a way that is intelligent and respects everyone who is involved. It doesn't mean numbing your pain, it means feeling it and making a wise decision based on the feelings that you detect. A powerful woman is kind. She leans into her strengths. She celebrates her talents. She shows off her competencies and she embraces her supporters. And so she never has to operate independently because she surrounds herself with people who are strong in the areas where she is weak. And so at this point, I would want to ask you, who do you want to be? Do you want to be strong and dealing with all the hard knocks that life comes by yourself on your own without ever shedding a tear or complaining? Or do you want to be a powerful person, someone who is able to go through life with calm, with minimal stress, to go through life celebrated for their competencies and their strengths and their talents, and being able to gather people around them who can support them in the areas where they are weak, who can stand with them and express kindness and build their resilience? When you think of your spiritual resilience, we're thinking of the inner strength and influence that allows you to be powerful, to be an empowered person. And that is the true essence of being a strong person from within, not just a strong person from the outside, a strong person that takes a lot of injury and attack and stress, but someone who can remain soft and vulnerable outside, but powerful and potent from the inside. So I want to encourage you to stop being a strong person and to walk into being an empowered person. There is a proverb out of the Democratic Republic of Congo which says, fire can soften iron. That's fire can soften iron. And I don't think any other proverb exemplifies the distinction between strength and power like this one. If you are looking for ways how you can empower yourself and lean into your strengths and go with ease and your own collaborative efforts instead of trying to be a solo warrior, then I'd encourage you to pick up the book Homecoming by Dr. Thema Bryant. The subtitle is Overcoming Fear and Trauma to Reclaim Your Whole and Authentic Self. Look into this book at how Dr. Bryant encourages us to develop the spiritual practices, the emotionally competent practices that allow us to resist adversity without doing it all on our own. I'm hoping that you would share with me maybe ways that you were leaning more into strength and how you will be leaning more into becoming a powerful person. I hope that you will change your whole perspective on what it is to be a strong person, and that you will start thinking of how you can not be so rough and tough on the outside, but to be softer and more collaborative and more joyful and kind, not only to others but to yourself as you move through this world and all the challenges that we will face as we journey together and sometimes on our own. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed these thoughts. I'm always open to and glad to get your feedback. So share with me what you thought of today's lesson about strength versus power. That's it. Until next time, do enjoy your week. Thanks so much for listening, love. If you enjoyed this episode, head over to didanashanta.com. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's message. Be sure to drop your email address so I can send you some helpful resources, updates, and the occasional music video that I may have on repeat. Make sure you subscribe and spread the love with someone you care about.